Perfect, right? A beautiful day, an amazing Tuesday. Okay, it's an amazing Wednesday. So it's an amazing Wednesday, 1st of May 2024. And today we have one big Champions League game. As you all know, I'll be giving you the prediction for this game and a quick analysis of how to use the best prediction app to come up with a betting tip, to come up with a betting analysis for this game. If you're joining us on TikTok, ensure you share the video live. If you're joining us on Instagram, ensure you're also in a position to share the live stream. And most importantly, if you are watching the video on YouTube, it is paramount, but you click the like button, you subscribe, and become a member. Perfect. No worries about the pronunciation. I told you do not care about pronunciation. What is important is that you are going to be winning. And it's my duty to ensure you win the bets that you are going to stake on. So yesterday was incredible, awesome, perfect. I really love those of you who are tuning in, invitation to go live together. There's no day, if you want to go live together, I'll set up a platform on YouTube, of course. But if you're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, just stay there. Go to YouTube, must better platform. So let me shift to the page where we have the game. I was lucky enough because the other time I realized you are not in a position to view the screen recording. For example, today we have Dortmund vs PSG. I took my time, did the analysis. In fact, no, I did not take my time. I called my friend and asked him what I can do to get a proper resolution, a better resolution for the stream. And I believe that has been worked on. So as you can see on the screen, we have Dortmund vs PSG. It's really incredible. But I'm forgetting one important thing, right? The thing that I'm forgetting is to bombard you with my day-to-day. I don't know why I clicked that one. Yes, SofaScore app. You need to go get the SofaScore app. Get the SofaScore app. The link is in description. The link is in the comment section because that is the app we are using to analyze the games. That is the app we are using to analyze the games. So now that you've gotten the app, let me shift back to the other page, right? And walk you through the Dortmund vs PSG game. The reason why I love the app, it provides you the odds already. So you know that in this game, Dortmund has an odd of 2.88 to win. A draw occurring has an odd of 3.60. At the same time, PSG winning has an odd of 2.38. So as you can see, you already know that Dortmund are slightly the underdogs, PSG are slightly the favorites. Then a draw occurring is also an option, but we have to consider, right? So on your app, that is on the SofaScore app that you've just downloaded using the official links that is shared in the video description, of course, click on the Dortmund vs PSG. I thought I installed this. Continue the browser. Okay, SofaScore, we are tired of that. There's no need of doing that. I'm not supposed to be using the app. Okay, let me check it again. Dortmund PSG. If it brings me the advert that continue the app, okay, thank God, never brought it again. I'm already using the app. I don't need an advert to download the app again. Okay, so Dortmund PSG. As you have seen, that is it. We have the additional odds. You are in a position to click that. We have the double chance odds visible, first half winning odds visible, draw no bet odds visible. Both teams to score 1.44, yes, no, 2.53, over 2.5 goals, 1.57, kind of stuff. I don't know. 1xBet paid them for promotion, right? That is why they have 1xBet, okay. No worries. So this is the game we are having, and this is the game we are supposed to answer. Remember, we have to answer the 3 ways of betting. Who will win? Who will score first? Will both teams be in a position to score? Then we have the lineup that is expected in this very game. Okay, for Dortmund, we have the likes of... Let me scroll down, okay? Karim, Niklas, Jadon Sancho going to be on the forefront. Mbappe, Dembele, Bradley for PSG. So it's kind of fair. We don't care about that. In terms of missing players, there's nothing much to worry about. So we shift to the matches section because that is where we have to do our analysis when we are using the SofaScore app. We have the team streak section, which is the first one, and it's visible for you, right? That is the first thing, team streak section. Then we have the head-to-head streaks. Then we have the matches, which of course we have the head-to-head. Then we have the recent performance for PSG individually and the recent performance for Dortmund individually. Perfect. Thank God I was recording everything. So, as I said, it's important to begin your analysis in the head-to-head streak section. So when you go to the head-to-head streak section, you realize that SofaScore has narrowed down to the betting market over 2.5 goals or under 2.5 goals. And as you can see, over 2.5 goals has an odd of 1.57, under 2.5 goals has an odd of 2.38. So it is your duty to determine which betting market, or which betting outcome is more likely to occur, either the over 2.5 or the under 2.5. You need to determine that. So, we realize that PSG, in their last 3 matches against Dortmund, they have not lost any game. In fact, this is how they performed. We shift to head and scroll down. We had a 1-1 draw, that was in 2023. We had a 2-0 win in favor of PSG. That was, of course, in 2023. Same tournament, it was under Champions League. That is the only time these two teams play each other recently, okay? Then we had a 2-0 win in favor of PSG. We had a 2-1 win in favor of Dortmund. That was back in 2020. As I said, we need to narrow down to the last 3 head-to-head matches, okay? And when we narrow down to that, we realize that we have a 1-1 draw, 2-0 win in favor of PSG, 2-0 win in favor of PSG. So we can say that this is a game in which it's kind of tough because when you go through their head-to-head records, it's evident that they do not score a high number of goals when they're playing each other, right? So at this very point, we have 2 betting options to think about. Over 1.5 goals, or under 3.5 goals, or under 4.5 goals. But because it's not time to make the prediction, let us continue with the analysis, okay? So, we have the without clean sheet. The last time Borussia Dortmund played PSG in the last 4 matches, they have conceded a goal from PSG, right? So without clean sheet, that is why we have it evident right there. Incredible, awesome. You can't see that. We have a 1-1, 2-0, 2-0, 2-1. And then the other thing is that less than 2.5 goals, of course, between PSG and Dortmund has been common. Because in their last 6 head-to-head matches, it occurred 5 times, right? So we can say that at this very point, we are not thinking of over 2.5 goals. Instead, we are thinking of under 2.5 goals, okay? Because that is what is common if we go through the head-to-head streaks. Again, we still have more sections to cover. So after exhausting the head-to-head streak section, it's now paramount. Let me highlight it. This is the head-to-head streak section, right? It's now paramount that we go through the team streaks so that we get a more broader view of the game, factoring in their recent performance. And when you go through the head-to-head, the team streak section, you realize once again that SofaScore has narrowed down to the both teams to score market. This time round, it is again our duty to figure out if the both teams to score yes is the option SofaScore is thinking about, or both teams to score no being the option SofaScore is thinking about, right? So both teams to score as an odd of 1.44. Both teams not to score as an odd of 2.63. PSG winning. PSG, this is the PSG last few games coming to this one, how they have performed. PSG in their last 4 matches coming into this game, they have no losses, right? Let us see how it fared on for PSG. I remember they drew 3-3 in the weekend. They messed a lot of people. Yeah, they played Le Havre, 3-3 draw. And then we had a 4-1 victory against Lorient. We had a 4-1 victory against Lyon. We had a 4-1 victory against Barcelona. So, from these recent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, we realize that PSG at the same time, they are able to score goals. At the same time, they are conceding goals. So we have to question their defensive abilities, right? Maybe they have a problem. Then PSG and Borussia Dortmund, in their last 6 matches, coming into this one, we are talking about last 6 matches individually. We are not talking about the head-to-head. None of the teams has been able to keep a clean sheet, which means that PSG in their last 6 matches coming into this, they've conceded a goal. Dortmund in their last 6 matches coming into this, they have also conceded a goal, which is evident because we have Dortmund losing 4-1, Dortmund drawing 1-1, Dortmund winning 4-2, Dortmund winning 2-1, Dortmund losing 2-1, and Dortmund losing 1-0, right? So we proceed with the analysis. Let me drink water, right? Perfect. Right, okay? If you're tuning in, ensure you're liking the video, subscribing. It's amazing, incredible, important that you become a part of every video like this. So Dortmund in their last 5 games coming into these, 4 of them have ended in over 2.5 goals. That is why we have more than 2.5 goals. Then you have PSG. PSG in their last 5 games coming into these, okay, they have recorded over 2.5 goals in all the 5 matches. That is why we have more than 2.5 goals, 5/5. Then BTTS, in the last, both teams to score yes has occurred in the last 5 games played by Borussia Dortmund. That is why we have both teams scoring 5/5. And both teams to score has occurred in the last 6 matches played by PSG. That is why we have both teams scoring 6/6. Then we have first to score. Dortmund were first to score in 4 of their last 5 games coming into this. So, at this very point, we have contradicting data, contradicting information. Because under the head-to-head streak section, we realized that the more common market was the under 2.5 goals. But recently, because the team streaks focuses on the recent matches played by these teams individually, we realize that both teams have a higher affinity to recording goals in their matches. That is why we saw that both of them were able to deliver BTTS in their last 5 games, that is for Dortmund, in their last 6 games, that is for PSG. And over 2.5 goals was also a common scenario for both teams. So at this point, you have to make a decision, right? And then you also realize that first to score, Dortmund were first to score in 4 of the last 5 games. At least there's nothing like first half winner, first half kind of score kind of stuff. So which means that we are not expecting an earlier goal in this game kind of stuff, right? I believe so. So let us scroll down. We are done. We have exhausted that. Okay, I think we just back to the individual team's performance. And we realize that Dortmund in their last games coming to these, maybe let me narrow down to this tournament. This is how they have performed in the Champions League tournament so far. 4-2 win, okay. But this one is limited information, right? I believe so. Away, okay, let us narrow it down to away and have a look at that. 4-1 win, 4-1 win, 2-0 win, 6-2 win. Okay, right, perfect. And then let us have narrowed down to Dortmund at home. Maybe their last few games, 1-1 draw, 4-2 win, 0-1 loss, 3-1 win. But you know the teams we are talking about we're not talking about PSG. Right. So at this point, we have gone through the data and we can say that there are 2 potential, okay. There's contradicting information. That is the only thing that stands out until this very point. So it is our duty to streamline the confusion and come up with an instant betting tip. Perfect. That is what we have to do. So now that we need to streamline that, we need to look at both teams, Dortmund, PSG, how they perceive this game. I mean, what is their intention in this game, right? Kind of stuff. Which team is going to be taking this game more seriously? Kind of stuff, you know? Which team has the advantage? Kind of stuff, right? So Dortmund has an advantage. They're playing at home, but that is not reflected in the odds. So it means that PSG have an advantage, right? And maybe the reason why Dortmund has a slightly higher odds, or Dortmund has slightly higher odds, is because they lost 4-1 in the weekend to Leipzig. We witnessed that. Them losing 4-1 during the weekend. And then the other reason why we can say PSG are amazing, or PSG are slightly having higher odds, is because, of course, they eliminated Barcelona, even though Barcelona right now, we cannot say Barcelona is the Barcelona we knew. And then Dortmund, of course, we had them eliminating Atletico Madrid, which is not really strong guy, or like they're not really a strong team. So at this point, I'm kind of stuck, but we need to get clarity, and that is what we're going to get. So what I know is that PSG, in terms of defense, I cannot rely on them, because you all know PSG. You have been betting on them when they're playing under France League 1. They'll always disappoint you, even when you least expect them to disappoint. So with such a defense, with such a crack defense, or let me say, a lame defense, then we expect Dortmund to be in a position to at least get a goal, right? So that being said, then, of course, Dortmund has proven that they are in a position to score goals. And apart from that, we have seen that Dortmund were first to score in 4 of their last 5 games coming to this. So we need to say that the first betting probability, of course, is a bit TS. It kind of seems fair, right? Because it's evident. We're relying on the fact that PSG, in terms of defense, they're not really solid. And we're relying on the fact that Dortmund, they've proven that they can score goals fast. Yeah. Kind of stuff. So, that is the first betting possibility. In terms of winning, what I'm thinking about Dortmund versus PSG this game today, wow. I see everyone is going for a PSG victory. Of course, PSG have they have the experience, and indeed they are the favorites. And the last 4 games coming into this actually has proven their willingness to fight and win matches. So, I do not want to say that. Actually, I do not personally, now as a sports fan, I do not want PSG to win, right? So that is now affecting my ability to make the right prediction. But we are going to answer the 3 whys of betting, factoring in the data that you've collected from SofaScore. So what we know so far is that both teams are in a position to score, so we'll quickly answer that one as a yes, right? I don't know why this thing is, which kind of stuff is this right now? Surely. Let me figure that out. I wonder why my laptop is misbehaving, especially when I need it most. Football, right? Where is my data, right? Let me refresh the table. Okay, we have PSG Dortmund. Okay, zoom it in. Perfect. Done. Who will win? This is unacceptable, surely. My app is lagging, especially when we need it the most. When the fun stop. Okay? We understood SofaScore. There's no need to highlight that. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what is wrong with my laptop. That is why we are having this glitch. There's a glitch in the system. Football. Okay. Let me refresh it again. Dortmund PSG. Perfect. Show more. Perfect. Who will win? Okay, we'll have to work with this one because the other tab is kind of having problems. So we'll need to work with this change vote. I was just testing if it's going to work. Having a second thought. Perfect. So we already know that we need to answer the 3 whys of betting. And the first thing that we have figured out is that both teams are in a position to actually score. So we vote on a yes, right? We vote on a yes. And then, who is going to be scoring first? In terms of scoring first, we realize that Dortmund, they actually have the ability of scoring fast because that is evident in the last few games. But the problem comes when you go through the head-to-head records. To me, it's evident that it's actually PSG that is in a position to get the first goal kind of stuff, kind of, you know that. So it's a bit tricky. It's a tricky sport. It's a tricky sport. But again, I think I'll just go with the first to score. I'll base my analysis on the team streaks. And so, as I said, of course, I do not want PSG to win. So I'm going to bet on Dortmund to score first. And finally, who is going to be winning the game? Let me change the vote. I do not intend to vote on that one. So both teams are going to score. So 1-1 scoreline is now guaranteed because if both teams are scoring, then we're already talking about a 1-1 scoreline. So what do you think? Are we going to have more goals? I do not think we are going to be having more goals because under the head-to-head streaks, we realize that there is a common pattern of under 2.5 goals. So I'll leave it at a potential of 1-1 draw, right? After all, that is what I'm thinking about. So, full time. I know yesterday we had a draw. It's highly unlikely for us to have a draw again. But just to answer the three ways of betting, because personally at this very point, I'm thinking about a 1-1 scoreline, BTTS. And so that means that who's going to be winning definitely is a draw. Awesome. Perfect. It's now time to get to our 1xBet app and see which betting markets we are going to be riding or we are going to be working with this very Wednesday, right? So let me go to my 1xBet app. Link in description, pin comment, tired of the advert. Let me get to another page. We're having that one. Yup. So, logging into the 1xBet app, Borussia Dortmund PSG. These are the potentials we have for this game. Dortmund winning or a draw, we have 1.618 odds. Double chance, Dortmund or PSG, we have 1.322 odds. PSG win or a draw, we have 1.456 odds. Okay. Both teams to score. Of course, this is the betting market we had selected. So we have it's 1.46 odds on 1xBet. So that is the first betting probability, 1.46 odds. Both teams to score between PSG and Dortmund, right? Second betting possibility, of course, I'll work with the under 3.5 goals. Because I'm expecting under 2.5 goals. And if we are to look at value, then I do not foresee a scenario in which this game is going to be recording 2-2 scoreline. At most, it will either be a 1-2 or 2-1, but I'm thinking about a 1-1 scoreline. So under 3.5 goals at an odd of 1.671 odds is my second betting possibility, right? Third betting possibility, of course, we have over 0.5 goals on Dortmund, over 0.5 goals on PSG, each having 1.22 odd, 1.171 odds, respectively. And the other betting possibilities, the other betting likely, okay. I do not think we have any more. Maybe, of course, going for the corners, you might, of course, get something. But because I'm not analyzing corners in this game, that is a story for another day. At this very point, it's now evident that in this game, we only have two betting possibilities. In terms of value bet, we'll go for an under 3.5 goals at an odd of 1.671 odds. And in terms of going for safer markets, we'll go for both teams to score at an odd of 1.46. Now, because both teams to score as an odd of 1.46 has little odds, let us see what you can get to at least make it something we can actually bet on, right? So going back to SofaScore. Let me load it again. See, today we have the Norway games. We have the Norway matches. We have the Norway games, Norway leagues, Norway. Any pattern that is rampart top 20. Let me see if it will open on a new tab. Open link in a new tab. Perfect. It actually opened it. So I'm good. I'm good on that. Right? They're very funny leagues, of course. Leagues we do not understand. If you want to claim you understand these, you are a liar. Nope. I'm gonna skip that one. Extremely risky. So much risky. It's a volatile game. Open link, new tab again. Once again, let us have a look at this new game. Ireland. Damn it. I've never bet on Ireland. Why today? Senior League division and there's no standings. Okay, let me confirm something. We might be having something to work with, right? Just to make the odds valuable at least. Not valuable, but make them, because betting on 1.46 odds, surely. Who does that? Betting on any odd that is 1. Under less than. There's no additional odds for these, so I love to let me see something. Of course, if there's no safe game, I'll leave you to make the final decisions. Tolka Rovers. Okay. Right. I think I'm just going to call it quits. I'm not ready to bear that burden with you today. Time is coming when we'll be back to search. But for now, okay, there it is. Unfortunately, I did not remove it from the screen. So Tolka Rovers, Killester, Donnycarney FC. It's a league I have zero information about. But going with the SofaScore streaks, team streaks, head-to-head streaks, then it's really evident that there's a possibility of goals being recorded in this game because everything is screaming goals. We have the kind of stuff, kind of records, you see, it's actually there. But we also have the head-to-head section screaming goals, right? So, of course, if you there's no sitting on the sidelines. If you decide to do something, take the risk. So, I think I'll just man up and take this risk, right? Let me see if it's only as value, right? So Tolka Rovers, Killester, this is the game. It's visible on the screen. Over 1.5 goals at an odd of 1.161. You combine this game with Borussia Dortmund, PSG, BTTS, both teams to score yes. You get a summation of 1.695 odds for our first bet slip. Our second bet slip, of course, is going to be consisting of the game Borussia Dortmund PSG under 3.5 goals. And that wraps up this video. I wish you the very best. Enjoy your Wednesday. Do not forget to tell your friends, brothers, sisters, cousins, because I know they deserve this very premium opportunity of winning together with us, being part of history. SofaScore is redefining sports betting. It's your duty to ensure that everyone you care about is present and is a part of this gold rush, okay? So let them install the SofaScore app using the official Must Better links. There's a link in the video description. There's a link in the comment section. Tell those you love, those you care about. In fact, include your enemies, because at the end of the day, we only have one enemy we cannot include. That is the bookies. So include all your enemies, because I know you guys are just kind of stuff. So share the link. Let them come watch the video, and I wish you the very best. I'll be seeing you. I do not know when, but I know, yep, I'll be seeing you soon. So enjoy your day, enjoy your Tuesday. Okay. Enjoy your 1st of May. Okay, enjoy your 1st of April, right? It's April or May. I don't even know. Whatever the month, just enjoy your 1st of the new month. Perfect.